back to The Search is Over, an iGEMS TV podcast. I'm John Fitzgerald and happy to be your guide to engaging movies and series. This week we're celebrating National Aviation History Month with a collection of our favorite airplane films. One of the most talked about foreign language films of the year finally comes off the festival circuit, and an acclaimed drama following its premiere at this year's Toronto International Film Festival is now streaming. So let's start there and kick things off with Causeway. Lindsay, a U.S. soldier, experiences a traumatic brain injury during the tour in Afghanistan, which forces her to return home. She struggles to return to her daily life with her mother as she waits for her eventual redeployment. Jennifer Lawrence gives one of her best performances in this emotional and nuanced character study, directed magnificently by Lila Neubauer in her feature film debut. Here's the trailer.
I just never thought I would come back here.
You don't got love for this city?
It's not the city. It's that house. I'm the only one that made it out. I got a job.
You did doing what?
Cleaning pools.
What are you doing?
Pools. Cleaning them.
Hey, look, if it get dark now, you just ride it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
All right, what's dog?
I work for the Army Corps of Engineers. Now I need them to clear me so I can go back.
You got blown up over there and you want to go back?
I've got to get away from here somehow. I don't know.
What happened?
There was a car accident on the Causeway.
I'm kind of on a lot of medication.
What kind of medication?
Like don't shoot yourself in the head kind of medication.
Okay.
I gotta get myself together. I gotta get through the storm, the weather. I got to get away.
Can you go back? Yes. Should you go back? It's a different question.
You can see Causeway on Apple TV. Next up, My Policeman. Tom, a policeman in 1950s Britain, falls in love with a school teacher on the Brighton coast. He soon begins a passionate same-sex affair with a museum curator in spite of homosexuality being illegal. An adaptation of the acclaimed novel of the same name, this romantic period drama is complex and filled with yearning, excellently acted by the trio of Harry Styles, Emma Corrin, and David Dawson. Here's the trailer.
To all of us. To all of us.
All of
Cheers.
us.
Cheers.
Come with me, my love, to the sea.
I want you to be my wife.
Sea of love. I wanna tell you how much I love you.
This love is all-consuming. I pity people who don't know what it feels like to be this in love. Come with me, just you and I.
He's trying to destroy our marriage.
No hiding, no lies.
You know nothing about being married to... Stop telling me what I'm supposed to think about it.
Come with me, my love, to the sea of love.
He was always in your life, in our lives.
I wanna tell you how much I love you.
You can see My Policeman on Amazon Prime. And finally, God forbid, the sex scandal that brought down a dynasty. A Miami pool boy finds himself trapped in a 7-year affair with a charming older woman and her husband, the evangelical Trump stalwart Jerry Falwell. as he becomes increasingly entangled with the Falwells' seemingly perfect lives. This searing documentary on the Falwells not only revels in the details of the scandal, but also manages to connect the evangelical family to the political rise and fall of Donald Trump. Here's the trailer.
The Falwells are the Southern Gatsbys. They're wealthy, powerful,
With Christian's communications empire.
and they're sloppy.
They have a public image, but behind the scenes, they're freaks. At the time, I didn't really know who they were.
My brother was at the age of one of their sons. He started being friendly with the kids.
They had no idea that their dad liked to record his wife having sex with me.
What is happening?
Becky was in love with this kid. Jerry was looking at keeping his wife happy. They were bringing him into a world he couldn't imagine. Real estate, politics.
He was on top of the world.
I'm like, this is it.
I have never heard of anybody buying some kid that they met at the pool for $4.5 million business. Like, what's going on?
We have a very powerful endorsement coming.
Jerry Falwell Jr.
Trump didn't fit the model of the evangelical candidate. There was some sort of relationship between Falwell, the pool attendant, Trump, and Michael Cohen.
He was paid to dig up dirt on people and control them with that dirt.
I'm screwed.
This is where it became dangerous.
You don't know what lengths people are willing to go when they have so much to lose.
If they wanted to make me disappear, they can do it.
You could see God Forbid on Hulu. And on the series side, we kick things off with The Devil's Hour. Lucy wakes every night at exactly 3:33 a.m. Nothing in her life has made sense for a long time. But the answers are out there, somewhere, at the end of a trail of brutal murders. This British thriller series starring Jessica Raine and Peter Capaldi is a tense and compelling watch, mixing a traditional serial killer narrative with supernatural elements to a frightening effect. Here's the trailer.
You ever been in this room before?
No.
Do you feel like you have?
Why would I?
I know you feel out of place, like your life isn't your own.
You don't know me.
This is all of the evidence seized last Thursday night. We believe this is the man that murdered Harold Slade and Shane Fisher.
You knew one of his victims. If there's a link, we'll find it.
Tell me, what am I missing?
There's no pattern, it's just chaos.
You can prove it to yourself, Lucy. Think.
Harold Slade, I know that name means something to me.
Remember. No, that was shit before.
Why don't you start at the beginning? You seem to have a distorted relationship with time.
My perception of time is better than anyone's.
He's playing a game with us.
So play back.
Lucy, this guy's the serial killer.
I need this to end.
It's all connected. Your dreams, your memories, everything that happens, everything that doesn't, everything that will.
And in this delusion of yours, are you a time traveler or a fortune teller?
Neither. I'm both.
You could see The Devil's Hour on Amazon Prime. Next up, The Lincoln Project. A veteran group of former GOP operatives and strategists known publicly as the Lincoln Project takes on the task of saving democracy and defeating their own party's sitting president, Donald Trump. While working to accomplish their stated goal of defeating Trumpism, the group is shaken by internal upheaval, a sexual harassment scandal, and a tidal wave of negative press. This engaging docuseries tackles the controversial pact that emerged in 2020 to prevent Trump's re-election and details how the project began to collapse almost as quickly as it emerged. Here's the trailer.
You want to make any comment about this Lincoln Project ad? Yeah, no, I saw it.
Trump plan will kill.
That's painful, Donald.
The end is coming. He thinks he's God.
They should call it the Losers Project.
Let's lay that into rapid response.
The Lincoln Project is a political organization focused on Trump's defeat.
It's former Republicans, current Republicans.
We have a particular set of skills.
These are old school rhinos who want to defeat Trumpism. Just trying to peel off about 4%.
Once you've got a turd in the punch bowl, it's not punch anymore. It's shit water.
People aren't going to tolerate any more of this.
We knew that if we buy these Fox News spots, eventually he was going to see him.
Weaver and Schmidt, all losers.
The Lincoln Project has raised $90 million.
We have the opportunity to help save the goddamn country.
Joseph R. Biden is elected the 46th president of the United States.
Did you see the article this morning?
It's really upsetting.
It's in the New York Times.
We're going to have a talk about John.
I talked to victims as recently as yesterday.
The Lincoln Project said it was shot, calling him a predator, a liar, and an abuser.
I started to get suspicious about where did the money go.
More people have resigned. It's falling apart.
Oh my God.
I literally cannot talk about it. Can't even tell you why I can't talk about it.
It's not about ideology. It's about money. It's about power.
Why were we trying to cover it up if it didn't matter?
I feel like I've become a victim of what I was fighting against.
I don't have any good answers, except I kind of got into being a gunslinger.
The old philosophy was just win. And we got there ugly, I freely admit it.
Is making money out of an outrage machine helping democracy, or is it hurting it?
Nobody cares. They care about what we did in 20 and what we're going to do in 22 and 24 and beyond.
Here's the key. There's nothing noble about us, but we're useful. And if you believe it's an existential fight,
This is the year we are going to take back America.
you need every useful son of a bitch you can get on your side.
You could see The Lincoln Project on Showtime. And finally, The Suspect. Dr. Joe O'Loughlin, a clinical psychologist, is brought in to assist in an investigation that could be a suicide, but also could be a murder. As the investigation into the death gathers pace, unsettling questions begin to be asked about the brilliant professor and whether he may be harboring an entirely separate, secret life. Filled to the brim with unexpected twists and a multitude of red herrings, this murder mystery is a terrific series to binge watch from start to finish. Here's the trailer.
All fear can be overcome, rational and irrational. And sometimes we need help in doing that.
Dr. Lachlan.
Yes.
There's definitely a murder that could do with a shrink.
That's why I'm here.
She was stabbed 21 times.
It looked like she self-harmed in the past.
I recognize you. You're the doctor who saved that boy. I found something in the victim's room. She knew Dr. O'Loughlin.
You recognized her. Why didn't you tell us?
She was a patient who became infatuated with her therapist.
He lied to us. I don't want him anywhere near this investigation.
This is a well-planned nightmare.
I'm not giving them the satisfaction of humiliating me.
Who's them?
Whoever set me up.
So what have we got? Rooftop hero or sick killer?
You could see The Suspect on Sundance now. And we do have a Black Diamond this week with Peter von Kant. Thanks to the great actress Sidonie, Peter von Kant, a famous and successful film director, meets and falls in love with Amir, a handsome man from a modest background. Inspired by Rainer Werner Fassbinder's classic play and film, this French-German film cleverly inverts its source material's premise with stylish flair and brilliantly performed melodrama. The film was shot in French and German languages and is available with English subtitles. You can see Peter von Kant on Apple TV, Google Play, Vudu, or Amazon. And to celebrate National Aviation History Month, we've gathered a list of some of the best airplane and aviation movies. From acclaimed dramas like The Aviator to laugh-out-loud comedies such as Airplane, and the most talked-about film of the year, Top Gun Maverick. And that's a wrap for the iGEMS TV Guide this week. Hope you enjoy these selections, have a great weekend, and until next time, the search is over.